This part of the Blender tutorial will be shown through post-commentary. The footage in the background is being sped up. The first thing to do is enter into edit mode and move the cube into the pelvis area. Some people prefer to move it into the upper area or begin making the head first. I prefer starting from the bottom. The first thing I did was create the spine of the model, since this is a skeleton. Normally I start off by making the basic shape of the body. The E button is extract. I forgot to mention that during the basics. At this point I mirror it and turn clipping on, then push it together. It makes it easy to do it at the beginning. After this I stretch that part up as high as I can and extrude it from all sides to make the shape of the head. Sort of a messy method. You want the model to be as grid-like as possible. That's what offers the most control. And here I'm just trying to smoothen out the head area. You can press K to create those cuts. You can draw those cuts on the model. I actually really only learned that recently. As AJB put it, working with the model sheet in the background can pretty much put you on autopilot. Nice and comfy, can be very fun to do. I press Z a lot to make sure I can see inside the model, and here I decided to craft it with the edge controls instead of vertex. Sometimes it's just more convenient to do it that way. I'm also trying to not have too many polys on this thing. The poly limit for enemies was supposed to be, I think, about 800. The try limit, I mean. But this one went to almost 2,000. Then again, it's sort of expected with what's a skeleton. It's a pretty detailed model. You want the face to be flat. The eyes and for other models, the nose and mouth are just going to be textures, so you want to make sure it's a nice flat area for the textures. You don't want them to get bent in any weird way. The controls on the left side are important. You gotta turn on the smooth preview to get that effect. Once the model gets imported to Unity, it's gonna take in the smooth preview as the default, but you can create right now I'm creating the sharp lines. I think I pressed W to bring those up, W or V. I erased them later though, but you have to activate the modifier to get the sharp lines to work. Just look at the right side, look at the settings, provide it from that, and it should get you the look you want. One of them creates it automatically, the other one follows those blue lines. You definitely don't want the model to have more than 4 vertices per face. Unity is going to convert them into 3 vertices per face anyway. I chose a really weird method to creating the side teeth. It's usually not a method that's advisable. It's actually a method that a lot of noobs use a lot. And of course that's the one to create a different shape and then add it to the original. It's actually a bit more difficult that way, so I don't advise it. But I couldn't think of another way to add those teeth. Well, I could, but it just seemed more convenient this way. And again, I'm pressing K to create these lines. This is getting a little bit in the way of what's eventually going to be the face texture, but I think I was planning to delete those lines on the face later on, but I think I do. Either way, the face... Oh no, that's what I did. I brought those two in together to make like the nose area. So now you see where the eye textures are going to be is much more smooth now. You can clearly see where the eyes are meant to be even without the model sheet on the bottom left. And there I created more blue lines. I think in a little bit I create red lines. The red lines are from the mark seams button that you can find when you open the plus sign on the left side. I think the blue lines can also be created that way. And here I am smoothing the face a little bit more. I'm not sure what I was trying to do here, probably smoothing out that area. If not, then I was trying to lower the amount of vertices. No, I was trying to make everything nice and four-sided. So yeah, pretty much just smoothing it. And that's the end of the first part. Now for the second part. Right now I'm just smoothing out some things. Again, K to create those lines. And you can select two vertices and press F to link the two vertices, or four vertices and press F to create a face, or three vertices to create a face. It's also how you close area, and right now I created the red lines. Those are the seams. You can mark them from the plus sign on the left side. The seams are for the UVs. It's basically going to split that square area from the rest of the model, so its UVs are separate. And now I'm creating the bottom half. I copied the teeth on the top half and just edited them slightly so that fit the bottom mouth. Again, I used that odd method, but this time what I'm basically making is a part that isn't connected to the original, so it's a lot more logical to do it this way. Also, you can press L to select vertices and all the vertices it's linked to. That's how I select the jaw quickly without selecting the rest of the model. The L button. So right now I'm just molding it into the shape I need it to be. Also, you can hold Alt and right click to select in like a circle. It's I'm not sure what it would be called. I'm not sure what it's called, but again, selecting a line and a circle. If if I alt right clicked on the bottom half you see there, it selects the entire bottom part. And right now I just forgot how to get rid of the blue lines, so I go in to get rid of them. I still don't remember how exactly it's done. It's some button that creates that window. But it can also be found on the bottom where it says mesh. I think it's mesh edge something. Should be easy to find. Not really all that necessary though. So right now I'm still just creating the jaw. Thinking about how I'm gonna do it. Sometimes when you create new faces, they're not automatically smooth. Oh, okay, here. You press W and... damn it. W and something to merge vertices. I think merge is the command. But you can merge at... yeah, W merge. You can merge at first, in the middle, or at last. There's also, if you press W, there's also an option to remove doubles, which can be convenient sometimes. Especially if you're using the mirror tool and got clipping, sometimes there can be doubles on top of each other that you never end up noticing. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. Sometimes when you create a new face, it's not automatically smooth, so if it looks a little odd, either go to texture view to make sure that the normals are normal, or just click the plus sign on the left side and choose smooth to smoothen that out. It's usually either one of those two. As you can see, I do work with all four views when I'm modeling. Sometimes I just looked at the perspective view. I didn't really look at the others. Top view is I almost never use it. So if I start working with UVs and textures, sometimes I'll get rid of top view in favor of the texture view. You can change what kind of view it is with the bottom left controls, and with the controls directly right of it, you can change whether it's orthographic dash perspective or from right, from the top, from the front. The middle mouse button is what controls the camera for most of this. I actually have it inverted, so middle clicking turns the camera around the center point, and shift clicking actually pans it. But I think it's reverse by default.